Okay, I haven't made this type of video in quite some time. Normally I just do a slideshow when items are sold, which I'll still do that as well. But I figured I'd make a quick video. It is a cold January 2nd, 2025, so why not come out to the cold, even colder garage and make a video. Let's first talk about this right here. This is a Toro front mount snowblower. I got this from auction with my Ford New Holland tractor. I've actually had a fair number of people interested in this, but everybody who was interested was too far away. Up in areas of Ontario that are getting a lot of snow or did get a lot of snow about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and who could have really used this machine. One guy was really interested in this. I had it listed on Marketplace and Kijiji. This guy contacted me on Marketplace, and he also sent me a text because I do leave my information in Marketplace. Yeah, you got to be a bit sneaky about it, but it is possible to do. He had hit a brick with his, so he really needed this. Then I had one guy, I don't know if he was a scammer or not. He was a Marketplace as well. But just the vibes I was getting from him, he was super interested. And then he went hunting and was supposed to come the next day and never showed up. So 50-50 on that guy. I had a few other people also interested, but the length of travel was definitely the biggest issue with people coming to get this right here. The guy that's actually coming to get it is about 2 hours away, so he needs it. I've even looked up his account. He contacted me through Kijiji, so you can actually look up stuff people have sold. You can also do the same on Marketplace, but he has an ad actually looking for one of these snowblowers, so I do believe this guy is 100% legitimate. He is coming tomorrow around 3, so hopefully this will be gone. I've had this listed for anywhere from, I believe, $350 to $400, which I believe is a fair price for this. It does spin freely. There's no rot. It does have some rust, but nothing major. We came to an agreement at $150. I'm just happy to see it gone, and it is going to somebody who does need it. Now, for the Kohler. I was originally trying to trade this in part for that Cub Cadet Turbo Diesel, but the kid who built that and is still working on different projects, believe it or not, the original engine that was in that machine, he is doing a dual carburetor setup on it. It was originally a Kohler horizontal, so he'd rather have a horizontal shaft versus a vertical. So that's why that deal fell through. But I still bought the machine regardless. I've had a few other people interested in this as well. There's either a few different variations of this engine, or people don't necessarily know what they have, which I'll show in a second. Reason why I believe that. This has a standard crankshaft. It is a 1-inch crankshaft, but I believe it's 2.5 inches long, 2.5 or 3 inches long. It is the most standard crankshaft you can find with these engines. When people say, "Oh, I don't know if the crankshaft will work," really the only difference in the crankshaft that I've ever found is the diameter. They go from 1 inch to 1 1/8 inches. The 1 1/8 inch crankshafts are normally in the heavy-duty machines. I've had one of those engines in the past, a Kohler. I believe it was a 20 horse or 20.5. It came out of a Craftsman garden tractor that had a blown transaxle. But a lot of people, I do believe, get confused when they see the adapter on these engines, and they believe that adapter is actually a part of the crankshaft. This is what I'm referring to right here. This is your drive pulley, and down here on the end, this is where your PTO clutch would attach to, and obviously your big long bolt would go up through the center. I believe some people may think this whole stub shaft is actually part of the crankshaft, and the pulley slides on and off somehow. So the interest I got on this machine, one guy wanted to put in a zero turn, so he asked me to get all the measurements for it, which I sent him, and he thought, okay, it's going to be too big. I wish he would have sent me pictures of his, but going off of what somebody is saying, a complete stranger is saying, a lot of people are not really willing to believe a complete stranger. I probably would have said yes, it would fit, and if it was my project, I probably would have made it fit. That's just the type of person I am. I've put big engines where big engines don't belong. I've put little engines where little engines don't belong. That's just the way I work. And if someone says it won't work, I'll definitely try and make it work. Then I had a few other people contact me, and like I said before, with the crankshaft issue, I believe they were referring to the stub shaft and not the actual crankshaft itself. So, anyways, that's the whole story on the hassle I've kind of had with trying to sell this 18.5 and the hassle I've had trying to sell this. It is winter, like I said, it's January 2nd, 2025. So people are looking for snowblowers, but this one here is kind of a hard one to sell because you need a certain machine to mount this to, and there's just not many of those machines out there anymore, and there's probably less of these snowblowers out there. So that's kind of what I was going at. Okay, there's not many of these snowblowers, so people should be interested in this. Unfortunately, the people that were interested in it were far away. And with this right here, I think a lot of people were just unknown about these engines, or they don't know how these engines necessarily go together to make everything up and to make everything work properly. And the jumper cables, the starter solenoid has went bad on the engine test stand. So that's the way I will be starting the engine. I can actually show you what it's doing. It's a typical carb solenoid, and click, click. So anyways, that's pretty much it. This engine will be sold complete. Exhaust, starter, carburetor, what's on it goes with it, including the little stub shaft and the bolt. This here is also being sold complete. I have those arms right there, and I have a box full of miscellaneous parts. So hopefully this will be gone tomorrow, and hopefully this will be gone Saturday. Obviously, I will post a video, my slideshow of the pictures I did take of both of these when they do sell. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.